Hey, come in. I'm glad you're here. Take a breath with me. Just one. Deep, slow. I know relationships can be complicated, especially when money is involved. And not in the cliche way we sometimes joke about, you know, money problems, or they just wanted me for my wallet. No, it's deeper. It's in the quiet things, the small decisions, the overlooked moments where love and values get misaligned. Sometimes quietly bleeding out until there's nothing left but confusion, resentment, and hurt. So today, we're going to do something important together. We're going to gently, but clearly, walk through financial red flags that will ruin your relationship. Not to panic you, not to shame anyone, but to bring you clarity, compassion, and the strength to protect what you truly want. Love that is emotionally and financially aligned. Love that lasts because it's built on truth. Now, let's begin the countdown. Red flag number 5, financial secrecy. It whispers, not screams, a locked phone screen, a hidden credit card, a purchase that slipped their mind. In a committed relationship, it's not just privacy, it's trust, it's values. I remember dating someone who dodged money talks. We were students not discussing 401ks, but she borrowed from friends to impress me. Heartbroken, not for money, but for the illusion. Financial secrecy creates distance, not closeness. If they can't talk money, they might not be ready. It's okay to acknowledge that.
Red flag number 4. Chronic financial irresponsibility. We all make mistakes. We all splurge sometimes. But when someone is consistently reckless with money, spending beyond their means, ignoring bills, maxing out credit cards, and laughing about it like it's a personality trait, it's a warning. Not because we're judging, but because it reflects a relationship with money that lacks maturity and accountability. If someone doesn't feel responsible with their money, how will they treat yours? Or, worse, ours? A relationship can't thrive where financial decisions are made for one, not with one.
Red flag number 3, financial control or manipulation. This one hurts the most because it's often hidden behind "I'm just better at money" or "let me handle the bills." But when someone uses money to control you, limits your access, questions your every expense, or guilts you for needing financial independence, that's not love. That's power play. Financial abuse doesn't always come with a raised voice. Sometimes it comes with a sweet smile and a budget that feels more like a cage. I've sat across from people who felt trapped in relationships because their partner made them financially dependent. One woman told me she couldn't even buy toothpaste without a conversation. And yet, he had a new gadget every month. That imbalance eats away at your dignity. Love should feel expansive, not constricted. If someone's love requires your silence, your dependency, your surrender, then it's not love. It's ownership disguised as partnership. Red flag number 2, entitlement without contribution. Let's talk about fairness, not in a tit-for-tat kind of way, but in the quiet expectation that love includes reciprocity. When someone feels entitled to your money, your labor, your resources, without offering anything of value in return, emotionally or practically, that's a red flag. It may start small. They forget their wallet once. Then again, then it becomes a pattern. You're covering every dinner, every ride, every emergency. And when you bring it up, they make you feel guilty, like you're too money-minded or not generous enough. But here's the truth. Contribution isn't about matching dollars. It's about mutual effort, care, and respect. I remember a time in my early 20s when I was dating someone who always had an excuse. He was in between jobs for 10 months but still ordered takeout every day and never once asked how I was affording things. One day, I came home exhausted, juggling work and side gigs, and found him watching TV, eating food I'd paid for. That day, something inside me broke. Not in anger, but in clarity. I realized I was funding his comfort at the cost of my peace. So I left, and I learned generosity should never be one-sided. You're not just giving money. You're giving energy, time, belief. Make sure it's being honored. Red flag number 1, misaligned financial values. Now this one is subtle, but powerful. Sometimes love ends not because of abuse or secrecy, but because of incompatibility. If you're a saver and they're a spender, if you value long-term goals and they live for today, if your idea of success is peace and theirs is status, you're speaking two different money languages, and love needs translation. I met a certain couple once, deeply in love. But every month was a battlefield. She wanted to invest in a home. He wanted to lease a luxury car. She dreamed of freedom. He dreamed of prestige. Neither was wrong, but they were misaligned. And love, no matter how strong, cannot permanently override misalignment, unless both people are willing to bend toward each other, not away. Ask yourself, can I build a future with this person, or am I always fixing the present? Values are not just ideas. They're compasses. And when two compasses point in opposite directions, someone always ends up lost. Maybe it's you.
Now, deep breath again. You're doing great. I know this is a lot to sit with. These red flags, secrecy, irresponsibility, control, entitlement, misalignment. They don't just ruin relationships. They ruin you if you ignore them long enough. They teach you to doubt your intuition, to normalize disrespect, to confuse generosity with sacrifice. But here's what I want you to hold on to. Your financial self-worth is part of your emotional self-worth. It's not about money, it's about what that money means. Freedom, safety, voice, agency. When someone harms that, they're harming something sacred.
And if you've seen yourself in some of these red flags, not just as the receiver, but maybe as the one holding them, this is your invitation to grow, not your sentence to shame. We all carry wounds that show up in how we handle money. Maybe you overspend because you were raised with nothing. Maybe you hide money because you fear judgment. Maybe you cling to control because money was the only power you ever had. That's human, but healing is possible. Start small, get curious about your patterns, talk to someone you trust, or talk to me. That's what we're here for. On this channel, we believe in sustainable emotional and financial alignment. We believe in love that's grounded in truth, in partnerships that honor not just your heart, but your worth. And we believe that clarity isn't cold, it's kind. Because when you see clearly, you love better, you choose better, you live better.
So, as we end today's reflection, I want you to check in with yourself. Are you holding on to a relationship that's bleeding you dry financially or emotionally? Are you ignoring red flags because you're afraid of starting over? Or are you learning, slowly, bravely, that love isn't worth losing yourself for? You are not too much for wanting emotional peace and financial honesty. You are not wrong for saying, I need us to talk about money. You are not hard to love. You are simply asking for a love that aligns. And if no one's told you lately, you deserve that. Fully, quietly, powerfully. Thank you for sitting with me today. If this spoke to something inside you, stay with us. There's more coming, more clarity, more compassion, more tools to help you align love with your values and your wallet with your worth. Until next time, be kind to your heart and wise with your coin. They're both sacred. We'll talk soon.